Good morning, Penny Panthers. I'm Ainsley.
And I'm Gabe. Today is December 12th, A-Day.
Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today's lunch is turkey nachos, cheese pizza, sun butter and grape jelly sandwich, hummus and tortilla chips, fresh vegetable crudet cup. Sides for all meals is hash brown patty and fresh whole fruit.
Happy birthday to Layla Clark.
Today, Janet Wong will be coming on to answer some questions that from Penny 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Before I answer questions, can we start with a poem?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah? Maybe we'll do it as an echo read, okay? So I'll read a line and then everybody can repeat, all right? It's Great Morning by me, Janet Wong, and it goes like this. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Get set to learn and study.
Get set to learn and study.
Great morning, everyone.
Great morning, everyone.
Get set to have some fun.
Get set to have some fun.
Good job.
How many years have you been writing books, Miss Wong?
I've been writing books for about 25 years now. 25, 26 years.
Who's your favorite poet and why?
Who's my favorite poet and why? That's a really hard question. It would be asking you, who's your favorite friend and why, right? Right?
Yeah.
And you might have several best friends. And I have a lot of friends who are poets. Actually, for my first 21 books, were published by big publishers, and I wrote the books by myself. But my last 9 books, I've been the anthologist on. So think of the quarterback on a team, all right? And we have actually 150 poets who have written poems for the Poetry Friday anthology series. So to ask me who's my favorite poet out of 150 who have written for the books that I've produced with my colleague Sylvia Vardell is super hard, but I will say that one of my favorites lives in Columbus, Ohio, and his name is J. Patrick Lewis. Have you heard of J. Patrick Lewis? He has written and or anthologized probably 200 books.
Wow. That's
So
a lot.
go to the library and type in J. Patrick Lewis. And he goes by Pat, his nickname, J. Patrick Lewis. And if you look for one of his books that he anthologized, where he was the quarterback of the team, all right, it's called the National Geographic Book of Animal Poetry. You'll find 5 of my poems in there. So take a look.
That's really cool. How do you get your ideas? Do you use real life experiences?
Absolutely. I use real life experiences, but all sorts of things too. So sometimes you just want to write about, for instance, electromagnetic radiation or robotics. And actually, I wrote one poem about tinkering. You have Makerspace Mondays here in the library, and I wrote one poem called Tinker Time about how my grandfather, my gongong, and I used to spend time in his garage where he had jars and jars, hundreds of jars, little jars of things that he would save for tinkering with, and we would build things, but nothing like a robot. Sometimes I'll start with a little kernel of truth, and then I'll expand on it. But starting with something from your real life is always a good way to start. For instance, J.K. Rowling, I don't think is a wizard, but there's a lot in Harry Potter that I've read she took from her own life. Just the character sketches were sort of cobbled together pieces of people that she knew. And so even when we're writing about something totally make-believe, you can still start with your real life.
Which of your books are most proud of and why?
I think that that the book that I'm most proud of is Here We Go. Here We Go is an interactive journal where we want kids to read the story, which is told in poems, but we also want kids to actually write in the book and get inspiration from the book. And in Here We Go, there's a group of 4 kids who want to make the world a better place. Very much like what you're doing here at Eli Penny. And they decide to have a food drive to collect cans for hungry families, cans of food. They decide to have a walkathon, and then they start a school garden. And their goal is just to make the world a better place. And so I'm really proud that that together with my friend Sylvia Vardell, we decided that we wanted to celebrate social change, and we actually went through and did that book.
Why did you choose to spread the message of just try?
Well, too often I meet people who say, I would love to write a book when I retire, right? Or I would love to write a book when I have the time. And I think that they're waiting for some time in the future because they're thinking that it's such a big process that they have to wait until they have a whole big chunk of time. And my message to people is pretty much the Nike message, right? Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. And some people hesitate because they think, well, I'm not sure that I could succeed if I just do it, right? But to me, just getting started is success. So Just Try is an abbreviated form of Just Do It.
Thanks for coming on. Peace out, Penny Panthers, and have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.